Today, we're diving into the wild weather that rocked parts of Texas and Arizona on August 11th, 2025. From massive hailstones to flash flooding, these storms were intense. Let's break down what happened, why it happened, and what it means for these regions. Don't forget to hit that like button if you find this helpful. On the evening of August 11th, 2025, Amarillo, Texas, got slammed by a monster thunderstorm. We're talking hailstones nearly 3 inches wide. Think golf balls or even bigger. Torrential rain poured down, winds gusted close to 70 miles per hour, and the storm tore through neighborhoods, businesses, and major roads. The chaos caused property damage, flooded streets, and even led to a nasty crash on Interstate 40. Can you imagine driving through hail that big? It's like dodgeball with Mother Nature. Let's unpack how this storm unfolded. At 6:52 p.m. local time, a severe thunderstorm warning went out for Potter and Randall counties, alerting folks to the potential for huge hail and damaging winds. By 7:05 p.m., radar picked up hail cores dropping stones around 2 inches in size right over Amarillo. Some areas saw hail the size of $half or ping pong balls, while bigger stones pummeled Highway 287 and industrial zones. The heavy rain overwhelmed drainage systems, causing urban flooding that made roads a mess. One of the scariest moments was on Interstate 40, where a semi-truck skidded out on a flooded section, shutting down lanes and snarling traffic. Talk about a nightmare commute. North of the city, hail piled up along Highway 287, stretching 20 meters in some spots, showing just how intense this storm was. So what made this storm so ferocious? The atmosphere was primed for chaos. A surge of moist air from the Gulf of Mexico, steep temperature drops in the mid-levels of the atmosphere, and strong winds aloft created perfect conditions for massive hail and long-lasting storms. These ingredients fueled powerful updrafts that kept hailstones growing and caused cold air to rush downward, making the storm even stronger. Local terrain also played a role, boosting the storm's intensity as it interacted with the landscape. Earlier that day, eastern Arizona dealt with its own wild weather. Around 11:45 a.m., high-base thunderstorms rolled through the Pinetop Lakeside area, part of the North American monsoon season. These storms dropped smaller hail, think pea to marble size, along with heavy rain and gusty winds. The Mogollon Rim and White Mountains helped crank up the storm's intensity by lifting air, which led to heavier rain and some minor flooding in yards and drainage systems. While Arizona's storms weren't as intense as Amarillo's, they still caused a stir. It just shows how varied weather can be, even on the same day. Texas is like a magnet for severe weather, and there's a reason for that. The state sits where warm, moist air from the Gulf of Mexico collides with hot plains air and shifting weather patterns from the west. This mix creates a recipe for explosive storms. Add in urban sprawl with more pavement and less natural drainage, and you've got a higher risk of flash flooding. Plus, with climate trends pointing to heavier short bursts of rain, these kinds of storms might become even more common. Yikes! The Amarillo storm left a trail of destruction. Homes took a beating, with roofs punctured, shingles ripped off, and siding damaged. Cars were dented up, and fallen tree limbs made roads hazardous. Flooding hit low-lying areas, slowing down emergency services and forcing some temporary evacuations. Power outages added to the chaos, showing just how important it is to have infrastructure that can handle these multi-threat storms. But here's the good news. Amarillo's response was on point. Crews quickly cleared debris and restored drainage systems to prevent more flooding. Contractors checked homes for hidden damage, like tiny cracks in roofs that could cause leaks later. Utility companies fixed power lines and looked for ways to make the grid tougher. The community also stepped up, spreading the word about real-time weather alerts and safety tips for the next storm. It's amazing to see how people come together after something like this, right? These events in Texas and Arizona highlight how quickly severe weather can strike and how local conditions, like terrain or moisture, can make a big difference in a storm's impact. Amarillo's hailstorm shows the raw power of convective storms, while Arizona's monsoon event reminds us that even smaller storms can disrupt daily life. Both cases underline the need for better forecasting, stronger infrastructure, and communities that are ready to act when warnings go out. So what do you think? Have you ever been caught in a crazy storm like this? Drop your stories in the comments. I'd love to hear them. If you found this breakdown helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. It helps the channel grow, and it spreads the word about staying prepared for wild weather. As always, stay safe, stay aware, and I'll catch you in the next video.